Hey everybody, it's Bob from BeGraceFull with 2Ls.com, coming to you live here from beautiful Broadway, North Carolina. So obviously, if you know anything about where I'm located at, we just came through a really big storm yesterday, the Helene or whatever they called it, that blew up from Florida. We just came through the wind and the rain and all of that yesterday. Then I just wanted to jump on here and offer an encouragement to everybody, that faith, in the words of Dr. Jesus today, faith that you can rest in the middle of a storm only comes from perfect love. Let me say that again. In the words of Dr. Jesus today, faith where you can rest in the middle of a storm only comes from perfect love. And I want to stress that because to me, that was the real good news. You know, it's funny because I just got off of a Zoom call where I was on a podcast, and, you know, he was asking about questions. He was raised religious as well. And he was asking questions. And I said, you know, the interesting thing is Jesus converted 0 people because the good news wasn't about convert. The good news wasn't about that. The good news was about this. You are loved beyond human comprehension by perfect love that will never leave you or forsake you. And that love is beyond anything that you could possibly humanly imagine. So rest in that. Go inside, hear those inner voices, hear what's going on inside of you, heal those voices, those, as Thich Nhat Hanh used to say, those crustaceans. As my Hindu friends say, the sakrams or the scarabs, something like that. They've got a word for it. As Christians, we never had a word for that. You know, we were just talking about like, conviction. I guess that was the closest thing. But at any rate, heal the challenges that are within you that are holding you back from loving perfectly, not from doing more and checking more boxes. That's where the healing is. That's where you dive into perfect love, because you see, perfect love says we're all at the table. We were all brought into the wedding feast. Some of us didn't know it. Some of us kind of made other things more important, but we're all at the banquet table of the divine. And in that perfect love, I can rest that yes, my homosexual brothers and sisters who've gone on before us are at the banquet table. And yes, the people who are different skin colors and different labels than me are, those brothers and sisters are at the banquet seat. They're at the banquet table. And yes, everybody, that atheist brother or sister down the street that you absolutely hated, that was so cross with you, they're at the banquet table. They're there. They're at the wedding feast. They're there. And in that faith, in that, I can rest in the middle of a storm. Because be aware, there are storms coming, America. There are storms coming to every last one of us, collectively and individually. And it's okay. It's all good. It's all good once you realize that it's all good, because all are loved perfectly. And I understand there's so many people who go, no, that's not the way it is. It has to be my truth. Take a break. Take a breather. Just rest. Just rest. If you want some books that'll help you get to that rest, please email me or message me something, and I'll try to help you get there. Am I always in that zone? No. You know, but I'm growing, and that's where we're all at. So the biggest thing that we can do is have grace for ourselves. That's our own healing. So that in order that we can have grace for others, and we can show them that rope. We can teach them the ropes. We can show them the grace for themselves that has already been freely given, but most of us don't recognize it because we haven't been taught that. You know, I heard a guy who, at the age of 19, discovered meditation and all of this stuff. And in some ways, I felt myself jealous, because I was going, wow, man, that must have been so great to be able to discover spirituality at the age of 19. Whenever I was 19, I was told, oh, no, attend more church services, check more boxes, walk more aisles, rededicate your life again, and do all of these things. Pay more tithe, though. That's the most important thing. And all of that. And it has nothing to do with following Christ. Just think on this today. I hope this blesses you. As you know, I like to jump on here on Saturdays and Sundays and kind of give some additional teaching as opposed to just a quick reel. But I really wanted to just kind of touch on this because it's been on my heart and in my soul. And what I want for you more than anything is the peace that passes all understanding, that only comes from a faith that's based in perfect love for all people. Jesus doesn't want you to convert. Jesus wants you to be happy. Jesus wants you to be at peace. Jesus left you peace that passes all understanding, and yet he didn't have a single person say the sinner's prayer. What is that about? Hope this blesses you. I hope this helps you, and I hope that you'll spread this word, because in my personal opinion and from my journey, this is really the good news. Love you guys. Chat soon.